first of all, I don't want to talk too much right now. I will just delve into the presentation because there is an introduction and already happened. And I know you have a cutoff at 4:15 for the buses to go home. And I should not be the culprit in getting home. So first of all, thanks to the Lendi. Same stage in 2016, I remember I was here representing Apps Associates that time. And 2021, I was there in your campus, putting up some people, taking some people, doing interviews across pulled campus and all in 2021. And then Mr. Prakash is in touch with me for the last 8 years, I can say around 9 years. And whenever I come to Vizag, he says, why don't you come and address our students? That's the point where I've been thinking of in the mind and all. And tomorrow we have a APDTS, Digital Transformation Summit. So I am speaking there. I said, okay, one day if I come down and then spend a 1 hour valuable time. So that makes sense. That's the region where I'm here, guys. So first of all, I wanted to understand who are the audience here. Like, is it a fourth year and third year also? Yes. And all are CSC or any other groups? Yes. All mixed. Perfect. Today's topic, we'll be talking about the AI. How many of you are using AI daily? Why are you hesitating that some people are not using it? How many of you use ChatGPT? That is a AI. So why the hands are coming now? Okay. Good. See, this 1 hour, I'm not going to talk about make you an AI champion and all. I will just give you the perception where your careers has to be, how you can use your AI and take it forward. So I have the complete set of next 1 hour, we will be discussing only on that. First of all, I wanted to start, I'm not an IITian. I am not an Why I'm saying that? Because it's not an IIT, right? It's an autonomous college. I'm a BSc Computers graduate, born and brought up in Kakinada, close by. I didn't even write the MSET like you people did. And in intermediate, when I want to get into an MSET and all, I was preparing myself for getting into a defense forces, NDA and all. And I didn't even write the MSET exam. They said I have two options, BSc Computers, and I did a BTech from AppTech, a 4 years BTech course. So why I'm saying all these things is, you've seen my portfolio, whatever the introduction. The one thing which helped me in my career, in 99, I started my career in Hyderabad with a company called Andhra Pradesh Technology Services. And 1 year I was with APTS. I said, if I'm there, I will be like my other few colleagues. Why don't I move out of the government and get into a private sector? And that helped me a lot. And why I'm saying all these things, just to motivate you people, because you don't need to be an IITians or an ISBs or an IAMs to be the master. The only thing that helped me is Google helped me a lot. Overall in my career, there are two things. One is Google, the other one is LinkedIn. LinkedIn and Google helped me a lot. And now, for you, why people choose IITians? Because they are like intelligent enough, right? A little bit better than what your scores are, whatever it is. You can also be an IITian kind of things if you're using AI in your day-to-day. You, as an individual plus AI put together, more than an IITian. So that's what I wanted to just start with an AI. So this is my portfolio, like where I've been in the last 25 years in the industry. 99 is I started my career, and always I've been in Hyderabad for a long time and a couple of years in US and all. I don't want to go deep into it. This is about our organization. Infolog is a global organization, but 4 years back, I started Infolog here in India, expanded heavily in Oman, Qatar, Dubai, Saudi, Hyderabad, Chennai, and other areas. In the last 4 years, we grew from 3 people to 350 people, doing a lot of activities, being the #1 partner for Oracle in APAC and #2 in the world. I don't want to go deep into all those things. And these are some of the areas. Why I'm giving my info is when you go out, there are what are the careers, like what we do as an organization. We do a data and AI solutions, analytics, cloud infra, ERP. These are our portfolio of engagement. Now, when you talk about the computerization, we talk about the digitization of what exactly the manual things we're doing, right? That's what you've been talking about. Digital transformation is one thing where whatever it is, whether it's an AI, big data, cloud, mobile, or whatever it is, there are 5 key domains of digital transformation in the whole world. One is customer engagement is important. Whoever, whether you're working for an organization, whether your own organization, whatever, the customer engagement is important, where there are products to ensure that the customer are continuously engaged. The value proposition, what value you are bringing to the table, what value you are bringing to the stakeholders of the company is always will be there. And you have to watch your competition. If you are not watching your competition, they will take away. I've seen like Nokia did nothing wrong, but once the Apple came into the picture, Nokia is completely gone. They're not even thought about it. The Kodaks of the world or Konikas of the world, they're gone. Innovation. Innovation is a constant thing in an industry. If you're not innovating yourself as an individual, as an organization, you will be faded away. We were not doing AI last year. We were forced to do AI this year because if you don't do it AI, the others will take away that particular things. And data is very important. Today, people are talking about AI. That is nothing but because of the data. If your data is not there, AI doesn't exist. Let me be very clear. And data will be there, but how we are going to extract the value of the data is more important when you talk about. So that's where if you see, for this particular 5 digital domains, that's the entire world is moving towards. The corporate industry or the software industry is always striving towards addressing these key areas, and that's where the products, that's where the services, all those things comes into picture, whether it's an ERP, non-ERP and all. And cloud is the fundamental innovation. Without cloud, you cannot do it, because gone are the days where if you want a server, there will be 10 days, 20 days, 10 months sometimes, but cloud is like within seconds you can get the things done, which I don't need to tell you. We are just in the cloud era. And what we do at Infolo, looking at the time, whatever we have, I'm just keeping the slides, but on the right side, you see multi-cloud is the future, Google, Azure, AWS, and Oracle. And then we are seeing some of the SAP as an ERP or an e-business suite as an ERP. So this is where data centers are from the on-premise are getting migrated, and these are our services. Now, is AI future is there for us? Are we going to be there in the AI race? There are some questions you'll be getting, right? Because of the AI, people are losing jobs. How many agree to that? Let us be interactive. Because of AI, definitely yes, there are jobs which are automated, we will be losing it. But hundreds and thousands of jobs are getting created on a different way. So when you talk about IT per se, IT is not only for only the software companies. IT is for the industry, which that's the perception of my. I have to change the perception for most of you guys is with my things. But let me talk about then how the world is moving towards. Imagine what is the single most problem world is facing from an IT service providers are facing these days. Can you guess anything? Some guesses come out. Some guesses. What are the major problems? Any guess? Data analysis, perfect. Let me tell you, simple thing which you never thought about it, power. Heard about NVIDIA? The topmost company beating Apple and all, right? The world's company. Now, why I'm saying power is running these AI models, you need GPUs, and NVIDIA envisaged that GPUs are going to the future. He has invested and become huge. But to run those GPUs, the regular power like our system, so it's not sufficient enough. You need. So let us think that AI Hudhud is already here, because Hudhud is because you know how popular that particular cyclonic storm was way back when you were young, maybe 5 years or 6 years back and all, or 8 years, right?
It was 10 years ago.
Or 10 years ago. Then you will be like
2014.
Okay, got you. See how the world is changing. The first point, anyhow, I will read for you. A software company went and invested on a nuclear power plant. There is a nuclear power plant in US. It was shut down. The power generation of the nuclear. A software company went and said, can we revive this particular thing? So they have partnered with a company called Constellation Energy and invested almost close to 5 billion on that particular power generating things, which was shut down. And they have signed an agreement for power generation, nuclear reactor power generation for the next 20-25 years. It means if somebody is investing on a power, imagine they have thought that 25 years after we need this AI is going to increase and the power is needed. So that is the thing where Microsoft enters into the Constellation Energy. So why I'm saying all these things is we are already there in the AI era, and it will be there for the next 550 plus years. Your jobs are secured, industry, you have to start your career, mold your career into that, which I will summarize at the later. It's not coming.
It's not saying, but you wanted to move it. Is it okay?
Okay. Now the other important thing is, heard about Sam Altman? OpenAI? Guy nowhere from where he has come. He is going around the world. Am I audible? Is that mic is clear or this mic is clear? Okay. So he's going around the world creating data centers and manufacturing chips. So it means that he's raising trillions and trillions of dollars, and that's the thing. So it means that if they are seeing something like a software company, I feel that is clear. If they are seeing that there is a huge investment there, it means there is an opportunity for us, for all of us. Now the other important thing is, there is a company called Cobalt Metals. What exactly that does? It's a mining company. It's based in California. I'm just giving these examples to set the perception, set the agenda, why where AI can be there and all, so that we will summarize at the end. So Cobalt Metals, they are into mining. Mostly when you talk about mining, is where you just dig into some 100 meters, 200 meters, identify some what exactly available, whether it's an oil exploration or a mines like copper, nickel, and all those things, right? So this is a 5 years old organization, and they are unicorn in mining. When you say unicorn, they're the top. Imagine how many employees are there in that mining company. 200 employees are only there in the mining company, and they are unicorns. And what they're using in mining is they recently identified a copper mine under 1 kilometer down. And if you look at the composition of the particular thing, mining company, 1/3 are the geologists. 1/3 of the 200 are geologists. 1/3 are AI specialists or AI engineers. And 1/3 is software engineers. That's where the world is getting redefined. It is not that you're going to work for Infosys or a TCS or an HCL or an Infolog. No. If you're into AI job can be even for mining. That's an example I'm trying to say. That's one thing. And we have one more thing called DeepMind. DeepMind is a technology company. It got acquired by Google. And now the founder of DeepMind, I was listening to Satyenadra. He says, I missed acquiring this company where Google took over the advantage and acquired DeepMind. But what he did after a few years, he said, come on, Mustafa Suleyman, who's the founder of Deep AI, after joining Google, now he joined Microsoft and is heading the CEO of Microsoft AI. So DeepMind, what they did is, DeepMind is a technology company, pure AI company, doing some algorithms and all those things. So what they did is, they have created something called AlphaFold, an artificial intelligence product of their own, trying to see the protein structure in the body, the proteins and how their molecules and all are getting prepared. And there are normally some things like some challenges were there of these particular proteins from a bio side of the story. And this particular competition, DeepMind won the competition. It is basically for the scientists, biological scientists and all. But DeepMind, being an AI company, started. And what they did is, if I will read it for you, they have identified the protein molecules and all. Where exactly it is being useful is the drug discovery, the cancer, the diabetic, the drug discovery. This particular module, which is from the DeepMind, what the people who have done it for 50 years, researching, they could not able to find the structures and all. DeepMind could able to do it in 48 hours. And this is one of the scientists saying, what took us months and years to do, AlphaFold was able to do in a weekend, which is like 48 hours. So where the world is moving towards, it's not the technology alone, like writing a software development and all. People with AI, they're thinking and solving some of the large problems what world has. And now the cancer drugs can be even faster if you are using this particular product. And that's where Google acquired them, the DeepMind, and then now created another product of all these things. So a lot is going outside our arena onto these areas. Now, where the world is moved across, we have seen it, like it's a platform cycles which are coming up. We started with desktops, laptops. 99 or late 90s is where the internet era came into picture, right? Now then the mobile era came into picture, cloud has came. Now we are in the AI. Now when you talk about AI, I'm going to share these slides to all of you. So the text is not visible, which you can read it through it if you like it. So what I'm trying to say is, imagine how many of you use Swiggy and Zomato? Mostly, right? Do you have it in this? Vizag, anyhow, it is there. Okay. So Swiggy, Zomato, or Uber, are they possible if you don't have the mobile apps? The source of that entire industry is the mobile apps, right? If Apple is not found those particular touch phones and all those things, and mobile apps were not there, a lot of businesses would not have been there. So that is an ecosystem. But the source of that particular is all these Zomatos of the world, Swiggies of the world, Amazon deliveries, all those things because of the mobile apps. And that mobile apps, the source goes to Apple, which has started it after the mobile things coming into picture. On the AI side, it is also just like an internet or just like an electricity. Once the electricity is got invented, you have fans, you have refrigerators, you have everything. All these components came. Now AI is in an inflection point where it's an ecosystem is getting created on that. And that's where we are going to get into more of these particular things when you're seeing it. And now we are in an AI era with NVIDIA leading the things from an infrastructure perspective. AMD, Google, all those people, Microsoft, Oracle, everybody is behind. All these conferences which I attend in US, everybody is talking about only AI, nothing else, to be frank. Now, is AI is only for freshers or for the executives and all? Gartner has given a fantastic study saying that the labels will change, depends on the people. But AI is mandatory for everyone. That's the point which is trying to be created in this slide. Who should learn what? We have to learn AI, otherwise we will be faded away, apart from your education, whatever the things which you're doing it. Now, when we talk about AI, there are a lot many names which I'm going to read it for you. Heard about LLM? Heard about LLM? Large language models. LBM? I heard only 1 month back, sorry. LBM is large behavioral model. For example, when you're kids, you learn by looking at your dad, your mom, your sisters and all, right? So this AI is also getting into large behavioral models. By looking at what you are behaving, the model is getting created. So that's another one. And we see lot many words here: RAG, retrieval augmented generation, vector DB. Then we have data science, automatic reasoning, machine learning, retrieval. All those words are there, which I want you to at least know where exactly the things are going on. But let me tell you with an example. When we talk about artificial intelligence, it's been there for years together. It is not that today or yesterday it started. So there are four things inside. If you see, we have machine learning as one of the modules. Inside the machine learning, there is something called deep learning. And we have heard about Gen AI. ChatGPT is a Gen AI, generative AI, right? What exactly generative AI? Let me tell you guys, I don't know, you have used it saying that, okay, can you give me the question and answers for my exam tomorrow? It can generate you, but that cannot be the same questions or whatever, but it can generate you. I've been using it left and right. For example, a small example I'll give you. I like that butterfly, for a digital butterfly. I'm preparing some presentation. Digital butterfly of Harvard. I took that image, put it into ChatGPT, and said, "Can you give me more versions of the butterfly?" It gave me. And then I said, I uploaded Infolog logo to it and said, "Can you design your butterfly according to the logo colors of my thing?" And it has all happened in, I can say, 60 seconds. And it provided me an image which I can use it, no copyrights and all. So there are a number of things. So if you look at it here, the natural language processing is something like the humans and we interact. For example, Alexa, you'll be talking, right? Alexa, Google, and all those things, you'll be talking in your natural language. Same natural language, combination of machine learning, combination of deep learning is the generative AI. Now, what is LLM? Let us first discuss about LLM. The definition is large language model, I said, right? How many of you have seen Robo movie of Rajnikant? Most of you. Fine. If you see that, recently I've seen it in the some of my regular things. Chitti Robo. Rajnikant goes into a barber shop and Chitti sits there and says, "I'm bored, give me books." And this guy does like this. And the other guy tests that, have you read or what? Give me my phone number. He says, "What is your name?" There are 25 people. Then it says address and all those things, right? Imagine what is Chitti is nothing but the large language models. Like ChatGPT is like a Chitti. How many of you heard about X.AI? No? Please go home and look for Twitter. You might be using it, right? X. X.AI has recently launched Gawk as a new ChatGPT alternative, which is far, far superior than ChatGPT. Facebook, Llama, you heard about? In your WhatsApp, there is a thing in the top. Meta AI. Okay, that is also, it is a good thing. I'm not doing it. It's an open source. That's the only thing. It's free of cost. But that's also a beautiful thing, which gives you insights of whatever. Now, if you look at it, what they do is, like, for example, Chitti does reading on top of those things, right? What these companies like OpenAI, Google Gemini is a new one which is there. And now when you go to the Google search, the Gemini content is coming and then the regular web scraping coming into picture. So what these guys does is they ran and learn continuously in the neural networks and all, read the entire web content, the books and everything they will read. Understand, just like a human brain, when you're reading it, you're understanding, right? They have been doing it for like, it's a very costly affair. It's like 2 million, 10 million, 20 million kind of investments, because to read all those things, you need the GPU power. That's the cost of it. And the more you need, there's something called billions and billions of parameters, trillions parameters. Every model, right from many models I've just mentioned here, you can read it later. So these models are going and updating themselves. So when ChatGPT 4 is currently available, but earlier it was ChatGPT 3, if you ask what is the event happening right now in Lindy, it will not be able to tell you, right? Because these LLMs which are learned are on the past data, not the live data. Now if you are paid versions are giving you live data. But the challenges of LLMs are, if I ask my chat GPT saying that how many students are currently in which division of in the 4th year of Lindy College, can it give the answer? Current one. It might give you the answer if it scrolled your website and the website has got the information that is 1 year old. But the problem is there are some things like what is the policy document of Lindy College from a student's perspective. It will not able to give you the data. It will give you generic data, but not to Lindy. So what is happening is that is where I have given challenges. I have given RAG. I'm not going to read anything, but you can use this slide in to understand why LLMs are having a difficulty. Now, world is moving towards creating their own LLMs. The companies like Meta has got its own LLM, open sourced it. Now, you need to run, you need a GPU to run it. But I'm emphasizing that the world is moving towards small language models. The large language models to a small language models, and the small language models can sit in your mobile going future, not now. It's still in the process of doing that. That's evolution. We never thought that mobile will be of this size. We thought a mobile will be of this size or handset and all those things. And laptops or whatever, we never thought about it, but it's a revolution. So small language models and specific language models. This is generic data. LLMs is a generic data. When you say specific, it means that specialization what you do. The first year is your C, C++ is it. Everybody does it. Second year your specialization comes into picture, right? So pharmaceutical industry wants an LLM. We have to run through, train that particular model of large language model on the pharmaceutical data. So similarly, what is happening in the industry right now, people like Infolog are trying to do now is, we take the LLM, generic LLM, and we have something called retrieval augmented generation. Is a new concept where we feed that particular LLM, I'll show you the diagram, with the local enterprise data. For example, if you are implementing this for a government of Andhra Pradesh, the GOs and all are not public, they are private. Some of them are public, but some of them the documentation within the Andhra Pradesh government are specific to their domain. So if the employees of Andhra Pradesh government wants to ask a chat GPT kind of thing, saying that what will be the policy, or how much is the information, what exactly the distribution happening, and all those questions, public chat GPT or public LLMs cannot give you the information. So there is something called a retrieval augmented generation is a concept which we have to learn, we have to do all these activities there. I have given you the definition and all, but what exactly it does is, it creates an interface between the large language model and a database of its own, where all these documents will be read continuously, learned, and when you give a query to an LLM, it first searches your internal documentation, gets the insights from the whole world, what they're talking about, combine it and give you the specific answer to them. There's something called hallucination and all these things you'll be hearing, because somebody writes some scrap, it doesn't know whether it's a scrap or something, it will give you. But this is where a large, the retrieval augmented generation is a concept where we make this specific LLM to work with intelligent with your data, which is nothing but the enterprise data. And that's where a lot of jobs are getting created.
That's happened with me.
Okay.
I was on Google Drive writing something long back about one of the poems. When I am now searching for Johnson's criticism on William Shakespeare's poetry, some of the lines of mine have appeared.
Okay.
I was surprised.
Your principal says he has put it in a Google Drive some ways back, a poetry thing, and when he's searching, his own data came from a different source. Let me tell you. See, ideally, if you look at it, the code, wherever you are putting this code, there is a Microsoft code base, right? When Microsoft trying to acquire that company, I thought, what the hell, a development company is buying the source code company. I never imagined when they launched this Copilot, which will generate the code for you. What they have done it is, people position their code inside their particular repository, they will scan, learn, and then the Copilot has come into picture, which gives you the insights on. You don't need to write code, guys. Gone are the days of writing long programs. You have to be smart enough. What you need, ask it. It will give you the code. And right now, all the employees inside Google, everybody is using the same way, that even the codes are being generated. You just take it, plug it, and the software development is just 100, like it takes 100 months or 10 months. It is overnight it is happening, to be frank, let me tell you, because of that particular the shared aspects of it, learning of aspects of it. Now, there is something called all this data which is there inside the organization, not in the public. You cannot put the data in the public domain. So that needs a constant way of converting, reading those images, converting into machine understandable language, and that's where the vector DB came into picture. So go and Google what is exactly vector DB. I'll share this PPT, but after that you can think about. So there are jobs created under vector DB, there are jobs created under RAG using some of these Cohere models or Llama or ChatGPT. All those things are coming into picture. So this is how the architecture model looks like. There is something called prompt engineering that is also getting very. How to ask this the question is also very intelligent. You have to be intelligent enough. If you know how to ask the questions, then that will give you the right way of doing that. For example, in ChatGPT, I uploaded an image of this kind of PPT, uploaded it and said, and uploaded another PPT and said, can you come out with a combination of it? It's like you use it like your personal thing. So one slide I upload and the other slide I upload and say, compare both and give me the better slide. And it gives you the data. And I said, okay, it is very lengthy. Can you concise it to five lines? It has done it. So that's what we are trying to do. When we are getting into proposals, we are doing all these things. So how much more you use that, it's up to you. That's where the prompt engineering comes into picture. So if you see here, the original content and new content is getting generated, which is inside the organization, that will be converted into vector DB, and combination of large language model goes into vector DB and gives you the output. So this is where the services comes into picture, the retrieval augmented generation. This is a concept which you need to understand, learn and all. And generative AI, we are using it, right? But there are hundreds of use cases in the ERP industry. If you look at it, it's not readable from the back, but intelligent chatbots, virtual assistants, predictive analysis, automated transaction processing, enhanced dashboards, sentiment analysis, all these things are the use cases which we are serving our customers across. You talk about supply chain, finance, manufacturing, HR, project management. These are some of the use cases of only Gen AI. I'm not talking about AI full way. It's only Gen AI, which I'm going to leave it with you in the later part. And you need to understand, because AI cannot be run on your premise or in your data center. It has to be on the cloud only because of the volume, huge volume, the cost and all those things. So you take 4 clouds, whether Azure, AWS, Oracle or Google. Everybody has got an AI certifications, AI things and all. And you need to learn the concepts right, then you can learn easily on the other side. And we created, and this slide is what I'm talking about. This slide is generated by Gen AI for me. I gave the inputs and it gave me what will be InfoLops Gen AI services. It gave me design, deliver, define. There are a lot many activity happens. It's not that, but we need to feed him and get the better output. And we started doing investment on conversational BI. And natural language is what people wanted, right? You like Alexa. Alexa, can you give me this? It gives you. Same way, the conversational BI is getting popular. People don't want to go and drive the, go to the system, understand the reports and all. People are now saying that, okay, executives I'm talking about. What are the sales happening right now? Give me, or when I'm going to the presentation, I'm getting into presentation with a customer. Can you give me what exactly the current state of the customer tickets in the system? It will give you. So you don't need to like wait for anybody. That's the beauty of this particular. The more you use, the more you get. Now, from your point of view, you're still confused like AI and all those things, right? Foundations will never change. You have to be a Linux guy if you're getting into an administrative career. You need to understand Linux because Linux is going to be there. AI comes and doesn't know. Absolutely not. Information security. It's getting, cyber security is getting more and more because the guys are using AI to do the hacking. So we have to use double AI to stop the hacking, right? So AI is getting into Batman's play also. So we have to be very careful on how do we doubly ensure, so that I was there is an incident happened last few months back in Texas where there is a mass thing happening and one shooter went into the second floor of a building and started only shooting the policemen, 3 or 4. He's in a very high area and he was shooting the policemen. And already 4 people died, and the others they are risking because nobody is able to touch that. So what they did is they took immediate decision, sent a robo within the second floor. Robo planted a bomb, came out, and then that guy got taken into consideration. So people are using AI even for the policing side of the story. Just an example just came into the mind, and databases are going to be there. Only thing is the databases, the things are getting changed. When it's Oracle database or a SQL Server, MySQL, PostgreSQL, those are getting changed a little, but definitely databases are required because end of the day, without the data, you cannot get into an AI. So that ERP systems, which you may have heard about SAP or an Oracle and all, right? They need a database. You also need a database to do it. So that skills are important when I'm saying. Maybe the knowledge, deep knowledge you might not require, but at least you need to have a knowledge of the database, programming, quality assurance. But the thing, what is happening is, there are 3 departments used to be. One is administrative department, one is development, one is quality. There are 3 departments, but slowly the lines are getting erased, and now that's why we call it as a DevOps, development and operations working together. So DevOps cuts across the careers, and administrative, development or quality assurance are getting merged. So one thing I want to tell you is, based on your interest, you need to get into. It is not that only AI jobs will be there in the future. Let me tell you guys, you have to get into. We need people even doing our network monitoring point of view, administration point of view, development point of view. But AI will enhance your skills. If you are a developer only writing the code, very hard work, and you have another developer using AI, he will be given the chance because he's smart, he's doing that smart stuff. And I just kept it, but it is not visible to you all. But when you want, you can get into a cloud architect path. You can get into an DevOps engineer's career path. You can choose where you want. The only thing is up to you where you are liking. What is your skills? Because there are 2 things I will ask my team. If he is not a programming guy, he doesn't like C++, better to take the administrative career. If he is very happy with the C++, get into Python. Python is going to be the future. Everyone will have to use Python because all these AI models and all are running behind the scene using Python. So Python is the future. If 4th year guys, you don't have time much, but 3rd year guys, please get into Python, which some of the programs I'm going to share with you all, where exactly this particular free trainings and all. We have data scientist, AI/ML engineer path, which is also coming up when we're talking about. So if you look at it, I've asked ChatGPT again, saying that give me top 10 career opportunities in AI, and not I have validated it. It's not that whatever it is given, I have given it to you. I have validated it. Data scientist is important. The statistics knowledge is important. Machine learning, AI research, robotics engineer. So robotics engineer, that's there is a company called John Deere in US, tractor company. What they're trying to do now, they are getting into an agricultural sector and creating robots to do the farming, so that, because see, US everything is scarce, manpower. In India we have more manpower, so we don't automate most of the things. In US they automate everything. It's like only one guy builds a house in US, one guy. Here hundreds of people will build it. Depends on what exactly, but automation is what they are talking about. Computer vision engineer is another career. AI ethicist, product manager, data engineer, AI architect, natural language processing engineer. What do you mean by natural language? The Alexas of the world. What I just told you, right? Converting things into whatever the human readable things into things. So these are some of the careers, but doesn't mean that I said in AI, I didn't say whole IT careers. They will be still there. Whatever initially we said, like there will be reduction, this will be augmented. Now, I will read out for you, maybe I will take some time, but I will read out for you to just let you know that don't only look for IT career and IT companies like TCS or in Infosys and all. If you're good at AI, you can get into all these sectors. For example, healthcare, it enhances the diagnosis, treatment, personalization, administrative efficiency. A lot of requirements are there in the healthcare to improve what they're doing, to be frank. Finance, personalized banking services, optimizes trading, improves fraud detection. Yesterday or day before yesterday, I was calling somebody, even like when the COVID came into picture, people used to say, take care of the COVID, right? That automatic, whenever you call somebody, that message will come. Last month, we beat everything on the frauds of the things, like some few thousands of crores are gone in the fraudulers. So what government of India did is, now they have a prompt which is plain. Please don't follow those unnecessarily links and lose your. It's becoming heavy. So that's where AI will help to do that. We have education, which is personalized learning, virtual learning, and automation of administrative tasks and all. Then we have manufacturing, where there are a lot of scope for quality control, optimizing supply chains. Then entertainment and media, personalization, user experience, retail, legal. Main thing is energy, agricultural, water management, life sciences, metallurgy. The mines example which I just told at the beginning, there also AI engineers are required or software engineers are required. So the whole world is open where people with AI knowledge. The only thing I want to give you is wherever when you are building your career, ensure that you gather the domain knowledge. A domain knowledge is very, very important. If you are preparing for an interview for a company which is into, for example, finance, understand a little bit of finance, how it works and all, or an automotive industry, understand how that works, or an agricultural industry. You can think of domain knowledge is very, very important. AI will not give you the domain knowledge, but you can use it. If you don't have the domain knowledge, use AI to gain the domain knowledge, is what I'm trying to say. But whole world is with AI, they're trying to boost the efficiencies. Always we will have a mantra, whether it's in CEO of the company or in a family, we say, do more with less. Even if your principal also will be having an example saying that, okay, from his investors, can you make more money? The margins are very less. More students with the same infrastructure. All those things will come into picture everywhere. Enhances decision making. There are some people saying that there are CEOs will be replaced with AI running the company. People are talking about it. Promote sustainability, drives innovation. So AI's integration across all these sectors, there are a lot of job requirements are going to come to you. Now these are some of the other 20-25 job trends which you need to follow immediately for the fourth year guys. If you're coming into the market, we have something called AI specialist, data scientists, cyber security experts. Cyber security is falling into the top 3. Cloud computing engineers, we require that as well. It's not that without cloud you cannot do anything. You have to your AI is running on the cloud. Blockchain developers, robotic engineers, UX, UI engineers, and sustainability consultants. Now, sustainability consultants is basically because the global warming is coming into the picture, right? So, how do we ensure every industry maintains some of these things? So, we founded a company called Heat Data, I'm the co-founder for that, where cloud, when you talk about, the costs are getting increased. If you don't watch and monitor, for example, there are instances where you should start a server, forget about it, you will be charged the bill. So there is a FinOps is a standard which is picking up in the world. So we created a FinOps product called Heat Data, and that we floated as a separate company. One more important aspect, which there is in 3 minutes of video, you will be seeing it. Same video in 2016, I ran in the same campus, same building, same things, 2016. And that video, I found it when I was searching, like I'm going there, what should I do? I found that is pretty relevant today. Why? The future is agentic AI. Heard about this word, agentic AI? You will hear it in the coming days. So what happened is with generative AI and AI regularly, people are talking about ACI. I'm just throwing the jargons, guys. It's just to write it down, or it will be there in my PPT. ACI is called Artificial Capable Intelligence. Now, what exactly we wanted to do is, agentic AI is, we will leave it to the computer, or we will leave it to the system to take the action on behalf. For example, when you apply for this particular Lendi college, there is a process which goes to your principal, vice principal, and the administrative career, saying that this person has 75% marks, applied at so and so thing, and how many seats and all. So we have 3 people or 4 people working towards, right? With the advent of agentic AI, if you automate it, the entire process will be taken care by the agent, talking to multiple departments, and gives you the final result saying that you are selected for Lendi or rejected for Lendi, and these are the reasons. We don't need people. So that is where the process of agentic AI come into picture, and that is going to take away the entire automation. So we have something called robotic process automation, which is where some of the products in the market, but that is what you say. Agentic AI is, it will take decisions and move forward. Based on the rules, based on the previous experience, it is behaving like a human brain and does the entire value chain. That's the process of agentic AI. So I will try to run a video which gives you a perception. I used the video 8 years back when we talked about IoT, big data, cloud, and customer success. But the same video today, it is relevant from an agentic AI perspective. I will explain once we run the video. Sound off now. No? Okay. I will explain it right now. I will explain it. The sound is not coming, but this is a YouTube link. I will share with you guys.
Mr. Burke, this is in short. We've received sensor data that indicates you were in an accident. Are you injured in any way?
I'm not injured, no.
Is anyone else injured?
I don't believe so.
Where's my agent's number?
We have pinpointed your location and we are showing your car is not drivable. So we are dispatching an Uber car to take you to your destination.
That would be great.
I'm pressing 1. English.
Okay, can we start?
ENGLIN. English.
May we give your coordinates to our appraiser drone to perform the appraisal?
Absolutely.
We have received the photos, assessed the damage, authorized the
No. It's just construction. Yeah, that's all. No. I'm not driving.
Are you okay?
Yeah, you.
I'm good. I'm good.
No, not you. Listen, I'm gonna have to call my agent. I'm gonna get right back to you.
Mr. Burke, this is in short call. We've received sensor data that indicates you were in an accident. Are you injured in any way?
I'm not injured, no.
Is anyone else injured?
I don't believe so.
Okay, where's my agent's number?
We have pinpointed your location and we are showing your car is not drivable. So we are dispatching an Uber car to take you to your destination.
That will be great.
I'm pressing 1. English. ENGLI, English.
May we give your coordinates to our appraiser drone to perform the appraisal?
Absolutely.
We have received the photos, assessed the damage, authorized the repairs, selected a qualified repair facility, and have dispatched a tow truck to take your vehicle to that facility.
Perfect.
Yes, hi, this is. Yes. Oh,
We have looked up the other vehicle's insurance, transmitted the appropriate data to create the claim, and filed the California SR1 accident report. Can you confirm the information is correct on your phone, then hit the accept button?
I'll check it right now. Okay, all done.
Thank you. Your Uber car is arriving now.
I see it coming.
accident, not payment. Accident.
Your tow truck should be there now. Don't forget to leave your keys in the vehicle. Thank you for using Insure Call, powered by Pivotal Labs.
Okay, I'll explain what exactly, because some is from the back and all is not visible. As a car accident happened, immediately the call came to the first guy. So IoT is in play, talking to the cloud. How the other guy knows it? It's because the sensor data is continuously going into the cloud. And as soon as that particular sensor data went, it found that there is some accident happened. Immediately the call came to the person saying that if anybody injured, asking the confirmation, and it went and looked at the other car. The drone has been sent immediately. The drone captured the things. He took the data of the other car's number, looked at the other insurance, particular details of the insurance, and immediately sent that particular in the mobile. It has got the confirmation for claim. It has checked the other parties' insurance things, dispatched the Uber, dispatched the tow truck. All these things happened in 2 minutes, right? Just 2 minutes. Is it some human sitting there? Absolutely not. The agentic AI, we call it as, is the future. And this is 2016 video, guys. I'm still using it. 2016 means 8 years back, somebody has thought about it. And there are two things. Still, if you are doing the same old calling the guys, not payment and all, that's an old way of customer experience. If they are not innovating faster, the digital transformation goals which I just showed in the beginning, if you are not innovating faster, you are phasing out. The Nokias of the world, they're gone. So this is the beauty of the AI, agentic AI, I can say, because there are 3 or 4 agents talking to each other. One talks to the Uber location, one's talking to the tow truck, one's talking to the drone, one's talking to the things. Everything is automated. There is no human being there. That's the future, talking about agentic AI. And here you are going to create the future. You are going to create those agents and connect those agents across. And that's the beauty of it. And one more important thing is, there are some 8 free AI courses. I strongly recommend, these are all free, that will add a lot of value for your profile or resume when you're going out in the market or when you're at campus interviews. If you see Google AI course, Microsoft AI course, Introduction AI with Python from Harvard University, Prompt Engineering, LLM Ops, Big Data, AI Applications and Prompt Engineering. And that document which I just shared, I will just give it to your people, which has got all the links. One thing is important is, it's not 300 people here. It should reach out to 3,000 people across, because knowledge sharing is knowledge gaining is what I believe. To summarize, I can take 5 more minutes, right? Okay. So to summarize, wherever, whichever industry you're going to work or you're going to start your own organization, these are fundamental 7 C's which I believe, which are very critical in your career perspective. right from whether you become a CEO in future or you are an engineer or whatever, communication is very, very important, guys. The more you communicate, the problems will be sorted out. And there is a video in YouTube. If you search on my name, the 7 C's, I have had a video of around 5 minutes to talk about. Collaboration is another important. Single man can't achieve. It's we. You have to collaborate with your colleagues. You have to collaborate with your students. You have to collaborate with your teachers. And whatever you're doing it, do consistently. For example, if you're waking up 5 o'clock in the morning, do it 5 o'clock. Reading a book before going to bed, doing something, or reading at half an hour, playing, do it consistently. The results will be there with you. Curiosity. As soon as you go home, you should be curious that Satya has talked about a lot many things where we talk about LLM, small language models. Go to Google, go to Meta and ask. You have to be more curious to learn more, understand. Don't leave it like that. Customer centricity. You always put customer in the center and try to be putting yourself in the customer shoes, what they expect. You can even design beautiful products in future or service. And we are in an IT industry, unfortunately, because if you are aiming for a bank job or a government job, you don't need to learn after the degree. We are an industry where we have to continuously learn, because AI was not there 20 years back. I never ran it. Cloud was not there 20 years back, but I'm learning it till today. What exactly the things are happening. But be careful when you're learning. There is a chance of losing the hair. That's a different story. So continuous learning is one thing which you need to do it. And if you're aiming for an exam or if you're doing any post exams, maintain a checklist saying that these are the 10 things I need to do. Tick, 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 because that is important where human mistakes can be avoided. In most of the organizations I've seen, if you're not maintaining a checklist, it will be a problem. So hope I added some value to you, to your career in the last 1 hour. So if you like it, you can go and watch, subscribe yourself to the LinkedIn. Whatever the latest happening in the industry, you'll come to know, because I have a habit of before sleeping, I'll be sharing almost 2-3 minimum the great things onto the LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is a great platform to showcase your skills to the world. Let me tell you, Google, LinkedIn are the beautiful platforms. You might have already have those accounts and all, so constantly do it. So thank you all. Thanks for your time. I will share this PPT. You can just go through it and see what best can be done in future. And all the best for your career. I want to see you growing. Thank you. Thanks to Prakash, who is not there, but thanks to Prakash and Lendy Management for providing an opportunity. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. And thank you for creating awareness on Oracle Cloud and AI.